You know, something I have been wanting to discuss, now that I think about it. I started doing this little challenge. Button mash or lose cash. The premise was simple. After a game of Mario Party I had with some of my friends, I decided, hey, I haven't really, tried mashing for, 160 plus in a while, so let me try doing it, but do it live, and if I don't do it, someone gets money. Yeah, this was my best one on the first day. Off rip. I don't know if you've noticed this, but compared to my current strategy, with this one, what I'm doing is that if you look closely, I'm just moving my backhand. Just like, I'm jiggling it. Which, if you don't know, uses up a shitload of your arms. Like, look at that, 113. You strain your arm so much, and do you know what you get in return for that? A strained tricep. Like, after, I think, the 5th or 6th day, my arm actually started getting sore from it. Like, what I would do, I would take this, and I held it with my other hand, and I was just pressing. It's just like that. After I did that for a bit, and I was struggling to hit 120 and everything, I then changed my strategy a little. Change strategy. Change the holding and just... Now, this was pretty revolutionary. I won't lie. This was actually really good tech. What I essentially was doing is I took the mouse, and I was going like this. I was jiggling it back and forth between my two hands. I was pressing it into my palm, my left palm here, and I was jiggling it back and forth like this. Here we have it. It's just maximum. I'm going like this. Both my hands are going up and down at the same time together, both flat. And it did pretty good.
Look at that. I told you, just need to connect.
It worked pretty well. 131. Pretty good considering I was stuck around 120 for a bit. And then came this period. So essentially what happens here is I find this is the early adaptation of my strategy that I've currently been using. I couldn't consistently do it at first because I didn't even really understand what was going on at the point. After an hour or so of doing this, the music got in my head and my hands just went. But essentially what I would do is I would press this into the palm of my hand here like a banana. I would bend my thumb and arch it. And you either can do it so where your fingers straight up like this, or if you don't have enough mobility, you can just do it sideways and then just ricochet up and down. And then I had my back finger here. I had it bent like this, and then something I would later adapt for my current strategy is I tighten around right here, around this little phalange right here, because when you put pressure there and then I shake my hand, I can almost get 2 clicks on the way up and down, so it's I almost get 4 clicks, and then all combined it turns into, which works pretty well. It works pretty well. You know, I have the video, which I'll show you shortly, but this is the first 10 times I did this. So see, I was still a little uncomfortable in the position. I didn't really understand it too much. And
Holy shit.
I was on my little laptop, which wasn't very good at handling streaming, I'll admit. But yeah, 17.2. So technically, August 27th, 2022, technically the challenge ended. But I kept going.
Oh my god. Oh my.
And then I PB'd right here.
I got it.
Kinda crazy. But yeah, so a couple days after I hit my PB of 173, I hit 18.2 clicks per second. This is Bay City. I mean, I had to have it really quiet though, because otherwise it'd get copyrighted. So, but yeah, look at that speed and dexterity right there. Look at that.
192. That's a PB right there.
192. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then we head to the very end of the video, because I popped on a little funny song called Prime Turbo. And when I put that song on, this happened.
Get the fuck out of here. 200 with a mouse.
That fucking makes me laugh to this day still, because it's out of everything I could have said, I'm just fuck out of here. I could have said literally anything else, but
The fuck
I
out of
flex
here.
and just
200 with a
Yeah.
mouse.
yeah. So yeah, my mouse after like with how much I had my hands on there, it got a little fucked up right there. It's gotten only worse as time has gone on, as you may be able to tell. And then we're gonna need to maneuver over to the shorts channel for this next one. I didn't stop at 200 because I wanted more. I wanted more. You can't really see because I brought my hands down, so that's the only thing I really regret in this clip. So I didn't angle the camera down.
Let's fucking go. 209. I am the best mouse masher in the
Yeah.
world. I'm thinking 205.
That was insane. That was insane. I started this little thing called Monday Mashing, where every Monday, for a brief period of time, I would mash, like for about an hour or so. I kept trying to push it, but I wasn't able to catch it. And then I started this midday mashing one attempt. Essentially how it worked, I would just wake up, get dressed, and before I did anything, I would go live for like 2 to 10 minutes, one attempt. Various songs, alternated between them quite a bit. And as you would expect, nothing crazy. 186. I don't know why I said 185. But yeah, going until 21 clicks per second. Now, I don't know if this may come to a surprise, but if you average around 18.6 and you're doing one attempt per day, you're probably not gonna hit 21. You know, you kind of gotta warm up to it a little. And then the fateful day. So day 16 rolls around. It's the morning. I try this song again. You know, we got this number back here. It's my subscribers versus Belty Airsoft. He's kind of beating the shit out of me right now, but that's okay. 191.
191.
That was minus 3 clicks from yesterday. But then later that evening, I followed a notification from, well, not a notification. I followed a tweet from this one person I follow to this guy, Connell Jonald. He had a little stream because we were doing a listening party for his new album, YGMFU. Pretty fire album. You should stream it if you haven't already. And as I'm listening to the songs, I'm actually getting kind of pumped up for some reason. Like I don't know where it comes from, but like I'm starting to get that feeling, that energy. So I'm like, oh shit, let me start trying. So attempts go by. You don't really see most of them because I just recorded it. I didn't go live. That's something I really regret doing. But then this happens. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Thank you, Connell. Thank you.
You're welcome, Zaccarry.
I don't really know if I'm gonna try to push 225. Like that was the one attempt I think where I've ever done where like all my clicks went through. Because sometimes when you're clicking, since this is a mouse, you know, if you click a little too far to the right, it tries to right click. And then when it does that, it messes up your clicks and adds a slight delay to the already existing delay. So yeah, this all started August 13th, 2022. And after a few months have passed, as we are now in November, when what seemed insane has now been achieved.
I've got my life on track now.